I'm on the drugs right now. I can use your love right now. But they steady trying to tear me down. I'm just trying to
My
take
social
I got
security
it.
number is
Yeah, you tell me about your
82.
social, nigga. It's only gonna be.
All right. So let me give you some Sakib curiosity. All right,
All
Sakib
right.
curiosity.
Nah, this shit lame already. Let's go on
All
to
right, all right.
sports.
So what we talking about? No, I'm just
Nah.
kidding. All right. Do you guys think the majority of the population should go to college?
No,
The
I'm sorry.
majority of
No.
the population.
Yeah, I say yes.
I say no.
I say no.
No? Why?
Oh, I'm so random saying yeah. I feel like everyone's probably then surprised. Like,
I'm
this
surprised
nigga-
you said yeah, because
I
you
know,
don't
right?
like college.
Okay,
I know.
for me, for what I'm on, but like
Yeah.
if we're talking about the majority,
It's
the
funny.
majority would really benefit from education. Like the majority.
Yo, because
Yeah,
look.
bro, like the majority.
If
you don't have nothing
if
else
you
to
define
try to do-
college as educated, you can.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying,
like-
some people haven't seen the world at all. Like
Yeah.
especially if you're
College
in
would
certain,
help. I
certain
see what you're
communities. Like
Yeah.
It'll give you structure in your life. It'll give you some habits that it'll force you to do certain things that like you could take on into your like your actual work life. Like, I'm not saying people should all finish college, but I think college is good if you don't know what the fuck you want to do.
ooh, you want an elitist point of view?
Give it
The
to
majority of people should go to college because
They making money.
exactly we need motherfuckers employees. Like if you're not going to college, who's gonna work in my fucking company? So I need you to be the tech guy, and I know a little bit about it to put you in the right spot. But I need you to study up on your shit and do what the fuck you doing. You know.
But at the same time, if everybody went to college, would there be enough jobs for those high?
Oh, automations, it's over, bro.
that's part of the. That's part of the. Yeah, it's already that's
Yeah.
already an issue. That's why so many people get degrees and they can't find jobs.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you had a degree,
You're set.
boom, you got a
You're
job.
set for life, low key.
But even before that, I don't want to start going off on one of our tangents about race and whatnot. But before that, you could just get a trade job and have jobs. But
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
then they was like, nah, too many niggas got jobs. Now you need a 4-year degree. You can't go to no trade school and get a solid job. Back then, you look up Black Wall Street and shit like that. People had solid jobs off getting trades and shit like that. But back to the college topic. What were y'all saying?
Yeah.
So act like I'm gonna kick it in,
But no, you
Just
really
leave it
don't
off.
need it because think about it. It's an expensive thing. Like,
That's the main.
Yeah.
you could
yeah,
really
yeah.
spend a lot of time like probably doing better shit than going to college if you know you don't want to go to college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But from like an overall I mean everything's nuanced, right? But from an overall perspective, if you have like a majority of population educated, you know what I mean, or quote unquote educated. See, okay, now we get into like how they fuck with education because
But-
whose education are they teaching,
but
right? And I'm
I'm-
not talking about race. I'm talking about like the.
But I'm looking at it
I'll leave
from a
alone.
broader point because I feel like we're at a point like mentally we can have those discussions of like, well, are they teaching you this? What are they really? But at the same time, like if we're talking about people in areas where like they're deciding, am I going to be a gang member and just try to trap out whatever and do this, or
Versus college?
if you
Yeah.
have the option of like maybe I'm gonna take classes at junior college, like I think they really benefit and there's a lot of programs you can
Definitely.
get into too. And the thing is, I like that you brought that up because I've had this conversation with my mom a lot. Like we were recently
Oh, yeah.
we had it not a lot. I'm tripping. Recently we had a conversation and she kind of put me on game in terms of like I know you don't harp on school, and she always feels like my position like I'm against schooling, which is why it's funny in this conversation I'm saying yes for schooling, but she was kind of explaining like yeah, but that's true for a lot of people and like, what you're able to do, but at the same time like there are so many of these kids because she tries to work with kids like that. That they don't get to see outside of other things and they don't get to like get that education and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I'm like, okay, from that regard and that perspective, even just getting out and meeting so many new people and
Yeah, definitely.
leaving
Do it.
your neighborhood and shit like that, it's for that. That's why we say the majority of people, like the majority of people can just benefit if questions benefit.
Yeah.
But then you also got to get into how fucked up the system is in terms of how expensive education is and how they really do try to weed out people from even being able to access it that easily.
It's like I'm going to college to get a better routine, a structure in my life, some better habits and connections, but I'm paying $50K for it. You know, it's
Yeah.
like that's like one of the worst things. Like, but I do think the majority of the population, if you're looking at it like pragmatically, it's like, all right, because there's a lot of people. Like, because think about it. Some people could become doctors and they could be the best of the best doctors if they just had the opportunity. Or like some people can be engineers. We do need certain types of people in the world for it to function.
I like the way you said their opportunity.
Yeah.
At least the opportunity. You know, if the majority of the people had the opportunity to do it. You know what I mean? To see the education and then have that experience to learn about different things, regardless of the system. You know what I mean? But just that difference of and networking too, meeting so many different people. Like,
definitely,
you meet hella people at college, especially if you go outside of your state. You know, but even if you go inside your state, like. Well, I don't know, maybe a JC at the local.
And
You probably know everybody, but still, it's like
you're still forced to interact a different way, and to communicate a different way, and to convey things. You gonna trip over on someone in class? So if you come from a place where like you just stepping outside, nigga might trip on you and press you, like that's your mentality, or like I feel like at times it's hard to see the bigger picture things. But even taking some fucking classes, if you can lock yourself in and focus on that, interact with your like. It is everything. So I feel like people could benefit, but also at the same time, like what y'all saying, the way the system is, at the same time, am I telling everybody go in debt, get 50K in debt? So it's like, I think people could benefit, but then there's also the other reasons why not everyone's going to go.
Teaches you social awareness and like, because like just like how that point, like if somebody's tripping on you and then you kind of pop off on them, everybody's going to look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with that
just
dude?
Different etiquette, you know?
So it's like you'll definitely learn a lot of life lessons from there, and I think you'll get a better understanding of how the world works. I think that's something that you do kind of take from college. I know you could educate yourself, but for the people who live in their own reality and their own bubble, they're not learning about the world. They're just learning about the people around them. And
their environment.
They'll generalize a lot of things based on their environment, you know?
And have no knowledge of anything else. And if you ask them why, they'll be like, well, because it said it here. It's like, no, what is your opinion? Like, what do you think? How do you feel about it?
And broke people or like lower class people will go into college and understand, oh, this is where we are, and this might be the reason why we think like this. You know, like if you like,
you're introduced to a lot of new ideas, like sociology, even like because the extracurriculars like sociology and shit like that. I'm a college dropout, by the way. That's where all my info is going. But I do remember taking like classes like sociology and shit like that. That shit was really interesting.
They teach you about your like socioeconomic status.
Yeah, there's
a lot
different
of classes,
different
but
good stuff.
Besides the homework, like the homework kind of pissed you off, but like some of the conversations, like I had like an ethics class and it was pretty fun, or like psychology class was pretty fun, but.
Bro, I just hate that all the shit that they do teach you in college, they teach you from the beginning of time.
Except for stocks. You'll never hear about them bitches. Stocks? No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
A lot of people talk about like film school in college that, they're teaching you about like TV bullshit.
Man, I wish I got
TV is over.
Dude, no, if I went for, low key, like, I wouldn't be that mad because I'm 22 now. Like fuck that. I was too big. I was doing other shit. I was working on music. I wouldn't have been nearly as invested as I was had I been in school. I think
film school is like a waste of money.
But I wouldn't have been mad. Dude, if
they teach you about TV.
But if I could go into film
who the
school,
fuck watches TV?
Because I only think of things we do now, like all the editing we do, all the filming of shit we do.
It would be dope.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If I could have gone to school for like fucking, if I could go back and be 19, nigga, I'm going to fucking what's it called?
If you went to a trade.
The academy, for a trade. So actually, fuck the school shit. But if I could have gone to school for film or gone to school for like music and engineering, fuck, man. I'd be that would be so fucking helpful. Too late now, I'm not doing that.
Bro, you know what's better? If fuck college or trade school, get a master class. Invest money into a master class. If you really want to teach yourself shit.
It's got to be specific, though.
What?
Because like certain things you do need a degree for, but like if it's specific stuff, like you're on something you can hustle for, I totally agree.
Like if you want to become an editor, you could definitely take a master class, or if you want to get better at chess. I'm not saying they don't teach no chess in fucking college. Imagine they be teaching.
You join a club, you could for sure join a club. That's another thing about college. They got hella clubs.
Yeah, you different groups and shit.
You could be a fruit and join a frat. I'm just playing. We're gonna edit that.
We're gonna have like 3
what kind of
fruit? Peach Frat Brothers.
Yeah, but yeah, I personally do think we should not. I don't think we should. If you're curious about figuring out what you want to do, I think college isn't a bad way to pass time. Also, there's a lot of people who go to the army.
I know, God,
it's expensive as fuck to be passing time.
Hey, but you get to talk to people. You know, you're talking to people.
Yeah.
Just take away the financial aspect of the question, in terms of paying for school or how it affect the economy and the job market. I feel like everybody could benefit from college. It's just a huge learning experience, like you guys talked about. how you can just grow.
Hey, this guy went to UCLA.
Hey.
God, y'all gonna listen when he talks. I had to let him know.
So did that guy.
I just remembered as he was talking, like, yeah, this nigga went to UCLA. Yeah, we got
You
some
for sure in debt.
some UCLA grads in the production.
I'm drowning. Anyways, but like the biggest part about college is like, yeah, you're learning and getting a degree, but also it's forcing you to mature and like just grow as a person. You learn so many new life lessons. It's like it's more than just an educational experience. So in that aspect, that people should go to college, but then there's also the financial application. That's not even the word. We're going to cut that. But there's also the fact that it costs a lot of money, and sometimes people can't even get jobs once they graduate.
Yeah.
So, like, in a perfect world, everybody will go to college. We'll all be educated. We'll all grow up, be mature, have new, fun life experiences. But, you know, we live in a capitalist society. It don't work like that.
Yo, yeah, because you moved away from home.
Yeah.
I
know
think
we
that is
missed you,
so
man.
healthy, yo.
Yeah.
We missed you, bro.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that
It was
teaches you struggle, yo.
Definitely.
It definitely teaches you struggle. You know how many fucking ramen noodle packets you probably ate?
Yeah, hella ramen noodle. But it was always like a great time coming back. Just, you know, and keeping everything the same. And it was just a different energy, like coming back versus like going to school. Like I kind of was just on a mission, like go in, get in, get the fuck out. You know, like don't really waste too much time. But I definitely value the experience that I did have moving out of state and going out like that. I don't know if we talked about it. But
What about the hoes, though? What about the hoes?
honestly, I talk about it, like
I'm
I
just
wasn't really on that.
And
shit,
don't say
like-
females either.
Bleep.
Don't say
Yeah,
females
don't-
either. I didn't
Nah.
realize that was offensive to females.
Yeah, nah, I wasn't really on that.
There
I
are
was
women, Travis.
figuring shit
Yes,
out.
yes.
Why do you
women.
hate women?
I love them.
Dale, you do hate women.
Yeah, Dale for
Yeah.
sure hates women, bro. Isn't that
Yep.
crazy?
Yeah.
We all agree on that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I-
Yo,
cool.
you also see his tweets.
Oh, yeah, we got to bring back that segment. We're going to bring back that
Yeah,
segment at
Dale's
some point.
tweets.
Yeah. We was warming up back in the day. We was warming up. You feel me?
Girl, I'm off the drugs right now. I could use your love right now, but they steady trying to tear me down. I just wanna tell you now, you could be my man.